Hello, I'm Heather. Last year, I had a serious illness. When I recovered, I took stock and decided I would go back to the town where I grew up, Knaresborough, in North Yorkshire, in England. I chose Orchard Club House as a base. If you like the look of this, you'll enjoy a stay in this delightful historic environment. I chose it for a very particular reason. I grew up just next door at 3 York Place in the 50s and 60s. One of the joys of Knaresborough is its 18th century architecture, which has been so well preserved. Many of the facades are the same as they were in the 50s. In the marketplace, the frontage of the Mind shop is just the same as when my best friend lived here, where her father had his chemist shop. Knaresborough's two most famous figures, Blind Jack and Mother Shipton, are commemorated next to the market cross. Blind Jack was born in 1717 near the church. He was extremely gifted and is best remembered as a road maker, although he became blind as a result of smallpox at the age of 3. He has a pub named after him very close to his statue. A whole visitor experience is dedicated to Mother Shipton. More about that in a moment. If you're a fresco enthusiast, you'll enjoy the surprise of coming upon unexpected pictures at the turn of a corner. Here are a few. This was my primary school, Castle Girls, in the castle grounds. The building hasn't changed. If you went here around the late 50s, early 60s, let me know in a comment below. The remains of the castle are just the same, and the flower beds just as colourful and well tended. It was one of the wettest days of the year, but that meant we had this wonderful rainbow. I've seen these views over the River Nid and the viaduct so many times, but they never cease to delight. As kids, we used to race up and down the steps to the waterside. I can't do that these days, so I took the long way around via the low bridge. This walk has hardly changed in decades. Helpful plaques explain the crafts that were carried out in the houses along the way. The other side of the river, the Long Walk, is now entirely dedicated to Mother Shipton and the petrifying well. The views from this side are stunning. I'll let you judge for yourself. Mother Shipton is believed to have been born in the cave in 1488. Though deformed and shunned by the townspeople, she had gifts of herbalism and prophecy, which brought folk to her door. Guided tours of the site were first offered in 1630, making it England's oldest tourist attraction. The petrifying well, which turns objects into stone, hasn't changed, but a figure of Mother Shipton now inhabits her cave, and you can still make a wish in the wishing well. I came back up into town via Waterbag Bank. It's a bit steep, but it leads to a very pleasant and quiet area near the station and St John's Parish Church. More frescoes here. And an amusing coincidence. The signalman leaning out of his box to chat with a friend, right next to residents leaning out of their windows to repel invaders. And look, there's a train just crossing the viaduct. That must be a sign that my visit's over and it's time to leave. But what fun and what emotions. Let me know what your memories are.